guys, my name is Katya. Welcome to my channel, The Wits and Bustle Show. I'll be talking about all things at the intersection of business, public relations, and social trends. Building and maintaining your reputation, generating positive publicity, and overall having great relationships with those who matter to you.
Today we will look at the rules of engagement with special publics, specifically with the LGBTQ community. I've asked Luke Blankenship, a fantastic guy and the youngest executive of a Pride event in the whole country, to share his advice and input.
Good, how are you?
I'm good. My name is Katya.
Okay, my name is Watson.
So we're off to Pride Parade, and a quick disclaimer. Before filming this video, I consulted some of my LGBTQ friends, prominent leaders of our community, and there are a few things that they want us to know. This is not a party, this is a party, but it has roots in resistance. For one day a year, it's not about us. So when you're dealing with a LGBTQ community, you are dealing with a special public. Special public is a term in public relations and communication theory that describes a group of people with either special needs or very distinctive characteristics and attributes that need to be taken into account when you create any activity targeted at them. So, tip number 1, be genuine. Public relations is all about building relationships. It's not about short-term marketing win. If you are embracing Pride by launching a rainbow product once a year, say in this case during the Pride months, do not expect any understanding or loyalty from the target audience.
Oh, it gets a little cliche when you see, rainbow flags and rainbow colors everywhere. And we're starting to see this more and more, especially from people who've done it for multi years of support, more creative ways to show your support without necessarily having, everything being rainbow.
Instead, try to show your support every single day, including those low-profile days when the news agenda is really taken up by other events. Communities that have been marginalized and oppressed for hundreds of years truly can feel if you're being sincere or simply trying to cash in.
I think it's perfectly fine for sponsors to come in and say, like, hey, we want to market to the LGBT community and make, some money off of it. That's business, that is what it is, and that happens with every single Pride organization in the country. But particularly our bigger sponsors, I do like to see some sort of commitment to, the advancement or the right reasons, the advancement of society as a whole, and to make sure that the organizations that are really representing our events are in it for the right reasons.
Tip number 2. If you want to welcome the LGBT community as your customers, include them in your marketing. Harry's Razor, one of the most coveted consumer tech startups, by the way, included a transgender man with scars from top surgery in one of its commercials. The voiceover in the ad says, "You can shave to feel like you." But Harris did not stop there. The move was well received because prior, Harry's Razors donated over $200,000 to the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is a fantastic organization that provides suicide prevention and crisis prevention services to gay, lesbian, queer, and questioning youth. Talk about commitment. And that takes us back to my point number 2 about being genuine. Tip number 3. Research your audience. Researching your special publics goes way beyond the public's relationship with your brand or service or whatever you provide. Like if you're a coffee company, for example, you don't really want to research only LGBT communities' relationships with coffee. Like how often do gay people drink coffee? That's ridiculous. What you would like to research is the overall belief system of your target audience. What keeps them up at night? What do these people love? What do they believe in? What matters to them? Also, don't forget that LGBTQ community is not homogeneous, meaning that it consists of different segments. It's a loosely defined grouping of gay, lesbian, transgender, and questioning people with different beliefs, different demographic characteristics, different everything. The only thing that brings them closer is the common celebration of social progress, diversity, and individuality. Another great example is Absolute. Rainbow, Absolute, and soda. The brand carried out its research and realized that the only thing that brings together all these various LGBTQ groups is their commitment to social progress and respect for the roots of Pride celebration. And of course, the roots of Pride celebration are in resistance. Absolute commissioned David LaChapelle, a famous photographer, and asked him to capture a series of images that would reflect on those events from 50 years ago. It partnered with GLAAD, a leading media monitoring organization that shapes the narrative on how the issues of LGBTQ are discussed, referred to, and generally mentioned.
The biggest things of how Pride is going out with your friends and having a good time, and drinking has always been a part of that. And Absolute has been a fantastic partner over the years, both from an LGBT perspective and just a St. Pete Pride partnership perspective as well.
Tip number 4: act locally. Do not wait until you become this huge national brand with $1 million marketing budget. Small targeted actions will get the attention of community leaders in your area, and the word would spread. Try to analyze how you can help this target audience in your proximity. Identify a local human rights organization that caters to the needs of this target audience. Maybe there is an educational nonprofit that helps teenagers, legal group that helps LGBTQ community fight harassment. Maybe there is a strong pride organization that puts up a fantastic parade, like in my hometown, for example. Reach out to these people and offer support. If you do not know what to offer, ask. How can I help? This does not have to be money. Sometimes you can just use the resources that you already have. If you have a great presence on social media, just give them a shout. If you are an establishment like a coffee shop, it's always a good idea to offer your space. So maybe once a week or once a month, close your coffee shop for 2 hours and give the space to the organization. Let them invite their members for meet and greet, party, lectures, planning their events. Provide a safe space and show that you're an ally. And my final tip for you guys: don't seek out publicity when engaging with special publics. This seems like a weird advice for someone who does public relations for a living, but I promise you, good deeds should never be publicized, unless it's a viral philanthropy or something like that, or an ice bucket challenge or something like that. Don't forget that public relations is all about building relationships and trust. It's about win-win, not about cashing in. Be genuine, be true to yourself and to community members you're trying to help, and the publicity will follow in the form of earned media and third-party endorsement. The best publicity you can probably hope for. This was Wits and Bustle. My name is Katya, and I know you'll miss me, so make sure that you watch some of the other videos I have on my channel. Use the comment section, write me what you want to learn more about, and I'll do my best to bring you the content that you really could use in your business and, well, life. And hey, you can become an early adopter. A few years from now, you can brag that you liked the Wits and Bustle show before anyone else even knew it existed.